Hello everyone, welcome back to the English Power Up. I'm Joachim.
And I'm Anna. We are so glad you're joining us today for some high-intensity pattern practice.
Today we are diving deep into a very common and incredibly useful expression. I think it's better to.
This is the perfect phrase for giving advice, making suggestions, or expressing a preference politely. Instead of saying, do this, you say, I think it's better to. It sounds more thoughtful and less bossy.
Exactly. Whether you are at work, with friends, or at home, this pattern helps you navigate decisions smoothly. Today, we have a massive practice session lined up, 120 sentences and 10 dialogues in total.
That's right. Let's get those vocal cords ready for some serious shadowing. Let's start with the basics. Section 1, Beginner, Simple Daily Routines.
I think it's better to sleep early. I think it's better to walk fast. I think it's better to eat now. I think it's better to wait here. I think it's better to call him.
I think it's better to study hard. I think it's better to stay home. I think it's better to drink water. I think it's better to go alone. I think it's better to start today. Section 2, Intermediate. Subsection 1, Theme, Health and Wellness.
I think it's better to exercise every morning. I think it's better to avoid sugary snacks. I think it's better to take a short break. I think it's better to see a doctor soon. I think it's better to stretch after sitting. I think it's better to wash your hands often. I think it's better to get a second opinion. I think it's better to quit smoking right now. I think it's better to wear a hat outside. I think it's better to meditate for 10 minutes.
You look really tired today, Joachim.
I stayed up late finishing some work.
I think it's better to rest today than to push yourself too hard.
You're right. I'll try to head home early.
Subsection 2, Theme, Travel and Commuting. I think it's better to book the flight early. I think it's better to take the subway today. I think it's better to pack light for this trip. I think it's better to check the weather forecast. I think it's better to arrive at the airport early. I think it's better to use a paper map. I think it's better to buy a travel pass. I think it's better to stay near the station. I think it's better to carry some local cash. I think it's better to avoid the rush hour.
Should we drive to the city center?
The traffic is usually terrible on Fridays.
I think it's better to take the train to save time.
That sounds like a much smarter plan. Subsection 3, Theme, Work and Productivity.
I think it's better to double-check the report. I think it's better to schedule the meeting for Monday. I think it's better to send an email first. I think it's better to focus on one task. I think it's better to ask for help now. I think it's better to organize your files daily. I think it's better to prepare the presentation early. I think it's better to listen more than talk. I think it's better to set a strict deadline. I think it's better to hire a professional designer.
I'm not sure if this email is clear enough.
I think it's better to rewrite the final paragraph for clarity.
Good point. I don't want the client to be confused.
Let me know if you want me to read it again later.
Subsection 4, Theme, Shopping and Money. I think it's better to save money this month. I think it's better to compare prices online first. I think it's better to buy the high-quality version. I think it's better to wait for the seasonal sale. I think it's better to pay with a credit card. I think it's better to keep the receipt just in case. I think it's better to invest in long-term stocks. I think it's better to set a budget for groceries. I think it's better to avoid impulse buying today. I think it's better to borrow a dress instead.
This laptop is quite expensive, but I really like it.
I think it's better to wait until Black Friday to buy it.
But that's 2 months away.
You'll save at least $200 if you wait.
Subsection 5, Theme, Cooking and Dining. This soup is a bit bland, isn't it? I think it's better to add some herbs and a bit of pepper.
Oh, that smells much better already.
Sometimes simple spices make a huge difference.
Subsection 6, Theme, Relationships and Communication. I think it's better to tell the truth. I think it's better to talk in person. I think it's better to apologize for the mistake. I think it's better to give them some space. I think it's better to express your feelings clearly. I think it's better to listen to his side. I think it's better to avoid arguing in public. I think it's better to send a thank you note. I think it's better to be honest about your plans. I think it's better to trust your gut feeling.
I'm still upset about what Sarah said yesterday.
I think it's better to talk to her directly about how you feel.
I'm worried it might turn into an argument.
If you're calm, I'm sure she will listen. Subsection 7, Theme, Technology and Gadgets.
I think it's better to update your software tonight. I think it's better to back up your data regularly. I think it's better to use a strong password. I think it's better to buy a protective case. I think it's better to turn off notifications now. I think it's better to charge your phone fully. I think it's better to reset the router first. I think it's better to read the user manual. I think it's better to scan for viruses weekly. I think it's better to invest in a good camera.
My phone is running so slowly lately.
I think it's better to delete all the apps you don't use.
I have so many photos. Maybe that's the problem too.
You should move those to the cloud.
Subsection 9. Theme, household and gardening.
I think it's better to clean the kitchen now. I think it's better to water the plants tonight. I think it's better to fix the leaking faucet. I think it's better to paint the walls white. I think it's better to throw away old magazines. I think it's better to organize the garage soon. I think it's better to use eco-friendly soap. I think it's better to plant flowers in spring. I think it's better to check the smoke alarm. I think it's better to donate these old clothes.
The living room looks a bit dark with these curtains.
I think it's better to replace them with lighter ones.
That would let in much more natural light. Let's go to the home decor store this weekend. Subsection 10. Theme, personal development. I think it's better to step out of your comfort zone. I think it's better to set small, achievable goals. I think it's better to wake up an hour earlier. I think it's better to be kind to yourself. I think it's better to keep a daily journal. I think it's better to learn from your failures. I think it's better to spend time in nature. I think it's better to limit your social media use. I think it's better to focus on the present moment. I think it's better to pursue your true passion. I feel like I'm stuck in a boring routine. I think it's better to try a new hobby to spark some joy. Maybe I'll finally take those painting classes. That's a wonderful idea. Section 3. Advanced sentences. I think it's better to implement a comprehensive strategy that addresses the underlying issues of the project. I think it's better to consult with a legal expert before you sign a contract that seems overly complicated. I think it's better to postpone the launch until we have conducted more thorough market research. I think it's better to adopt a flexible approach because the economic climate is currently quite unpredictable. I think it's better to acknowledge our shortcomings openly so that we can build trust with our stakeholders. I think it's better to utilize the available resources more efficiently instead of requesting a larger budget. I think it's better to analyze the datasets individually to identify any anomalies that might skew the results. I think it's better to establish a collaborative environment where every team member feels comfortable sharing ideas. I think it's better to prioritize the features that provide the most value to our end users in the short term. I think it's better to negotiate the terms of the agreement while we still have significant leverage in the market.
Wow, that was a lot of sentences. Great job staying with us until the end.
Remember, the secret to fluency is repetition. Don't just listen, speak along with us. Shadowing these sentences will help the pattern "I think it's better to" become second nature.
If you found this session helpful, please subscribe to our podcast, like this episode, and turn on notifications so you never miss a practice session.
We love hearing your progress. Keep practicing, stay positive, and we will see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.